Hello. Okay. Guilty pleasures. You have some interesting ones on here. And some definitely some interesting ones. But there's one on here, or actually a couple that I quite like. Um, I don't know if I would use them personally, but I like the sound of them. And they're actually both on the girl side, which is really weird because me and girl names, I don't know. I love boy names, but there are so many. I mean, there are like a million girls names out there, but I like boys' names more. Okay, alright, let's get started. And you know what? We're gonna start with the boys' names. Um, alright, the first one is Triton. And I do like the sound of that, but I think I'd rather hear that on a dog. I don't know why. Greek names I like a lot more on dogs or on pets than I do on children. I don't know why. Plus, Triton, when I hear Triton, I think of King Triton from The Little Mermaid. So, I think that might be a little bit of a block. But I think it is a very cool name. When you first said it, I thought you had said Trenton. And well, in the past have known a couple Trentons. But then I seen the spelling up there as Triton. I don't know. I think Triton. I think you could use it on a child. I really do. I don't think it's as far out as you think it is. I think it would be completely usable, but I personally would like it on a dog. The next one is Finnick, and when you said that, the first thing I heard was finicky. And that is... And now that the Hunger Games movies are out, that name will probably get popular, and so maybe, I don't know, maybe that would be more usable here in the coming year. But yeah, when I first seen it, I was like, oh, finicky. So yeah, I don't care for that at all. And you'd think I would, because I like a lot of ick names, and I in fact love the name Finn. But that just the whole finicky thing. I don't like. The next one you have is Ransom. I don't like this name because of the meaning. I mean, when you say the name, if I heard a child named Ransom, the first thing I would think is someone's holding some kid for ransom. So I think the meaning is like overbearing, is just too overbearing for it. Much like Apple. The next one is Saber, and that's very cool. That is very cool. When you said it, I thought of the sword. I didn't even think of saber-tooth tiger until you had said saber-tooth tiger. But I thought of the sword. But I don't know. I think that is really cool. I think that's a very cool. That would be a very cool name. The next one is Noble, and I don't like virtue names. I don't think I've found one virtue name that I like. Just because, like, that's just, like, too much for a kid to live up to. I mean, I know for a kid, or not necessarily a kid, but for a man, it's good to be noble. But with a name like Noble, everyone would, like, turn to the kid, and God forbid the kid were to be bad or not listen or whatever, and like someone would turn to him and be like, well, don't you know you're supposed to be noble? So yeah, I don't like virtue names. Maverick. Now you had said this is kind of virtue-y. It is a little bit. Um, I like this particular name on dogs. And again with the ick, you'd think I would like it. It's okay. I do like it. I wouldn't use it. And like I said, I would prefer it on a dog. But it is a usable name. I've heard children, little boys with this name before. Now this next name, I've never heard of it before. But I like the sound of it, and it's Taliesin, shoot, Taliesin. I think it's very cool, but I think it's a little feminine. And I think the reason why I think it's feminine is because there's a video game called Mass Effect. Actually, it's a series. There will be 3. The 3rd one's coming out here in March, and I can't wait. Anyways, one of the characters on Mass Effect is an alien. Well, they're all aliens, pretty much. Anyways, the girl, one of my favorite characters' name is Tali. And so when I heard that, Taliesin, I thought of Tali, and Tali is a female. She is a woman. Well, an alien. A female alien. I don't know if you call her a woman, but, yeah. So, to me, that sounds very feminine. And like I said, I don't know if it's just because of the video game. I could totally use this on a girl. So, but again, like I said, I don't know if it's because of the video game. This next one is Chauncey, and I don't know if you're aware, because I think you're around my age. Actually, I think you might be a little bit younger. But if you ever watched the movie The Sandlot, or gosh, he was in a bunch of movies. And of course I say a bunch and I can't think of a single one other than The Sandlot. Okay, if you've ever watched The Sandlot, the young man that they called Squints, he was a mouth breather. He never had his mouth closed. He had glasses. He was the young man who kissed the lifeguard. His name is Chauncey Lepardi. It's something like that. But his name is Chauncey. So I never really thought of this as an old man's name. When you said it was very old man, the only Chauncey I had ever heard of is Chauncey Lepardi. And he is, I think he's maybe a few years older than me. I'm 28. So that would make him in his 30s. But, I mean, to me and anyone else my age would not, at least I don't think, would not think of that as an old man's name. So, you might be able to get away with that one. And I think it's cute. I think it's cute. The next name is Horace, and this is on my guilty pleasures list. I do like Horace. I like it, but like you, I can't get past the first syllable. But it's an awesome name. I like it. It's an Egyptian god's name, so I like it. The next one is Atlas, and when I think of Atlas, I think of Atlas, what is he? I don't think he was a god. I think he was a, oh my goodness, the big guys. Not giant. I can't think of what they're called. I think he was kind of like a demigod, or I'm drawing a complete blank. I can't believe I can't think of this right now. I'm like picturing them all standing up in a semicircle. Titan. Damn. I can't remember if he was a Titan or if he was a demigod, but I think whenever I hear Atlas, most people would think maps, but people like me who are complete and total documentary dorks think of Atlas with the world on his shoulders. So that's what I think of that. Again, I'm going there, dog name. So, but yeah, that's honestly that's what I think of. I think of Atlas with the world on his shoulders. So now on to the girls. Now there are a couple on here that I'm just kind of, and actually the two that I'm kind of, are the two first ones. And the first one was an enemy. Had I have never watched Finding Nemo, I would probably like this name because it is a Greek name. However, whenever I hear the word, I mean, I know this is not often, but whenever I do hear the word anemone muttered in my head, I can hear a little Nemo trying to describe or trying to tell Mr. Ray what he lives in. And I don't know if you've ever seen it. Nemo cannot pronounce an enemy. He stutters it. He's like anemone, anemone. That's what I hear. I do. I can't help it. In the ocean, anemones are beautiful. Oh my gosh, they are so beautiful. One day when I have money, I plan on having a huge 90-gallon tank of nothing but live rock, anemones, and clownfish. Just because, I mean, they are just, it's gorgeous. There's no way around it. Anemones are gorgeous. The way they just like flow with the the ocean current and coral right now. It's just, they make the most gorgeous aquariums. But whenever I do hear the word anemone muttered, little Nemo's in my head trying to get that word out. So I would never consider that a name. Next one is Hero, and that is a huge name. I honestly, I think you had mentioned this one before. I don't think Hero, outside of, I believe it's a Japanese name, I'm not sure, outside of like Tokyo or Japan, or I'm not even sure if maybe it's Chinese. I don't think it's Chinese. I think it's like a Japan or Korean type deal. Outside of there, I don't think this name would ever be usable. That would be a huge thing for a child to live up to. So I don't like that one at all. It has a very cool sound, but I don't like it. The sound alone does not make it. I don't like it. The next one is Pandora, and I do like Pandora. I think it's very cool. For me, I don't get stuck on the meanings as much as I do the sound of a name or the way it's spelled, or if anything I associate it with. I think it's cool. I also think that, like, a nickname, I know, I like nicknames, but a nickname of Andorra would be very cool. Name her Pandora, but call her Andorra. I think that's very usable. Oh my goodness, I'm at 15 minutes and I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 names. Okay, this next one is one that I said that is very cool, and it's Alcyone. I I think that is very cool. I've never heard that name, but it is very cool. I like it. Very, very Greek, but I do like it. This next one, Cymbaline. I hear cymbal, or cymbal, like drum cymbal. That's, when I hear that, that's the first thing I thought of. The next one is, I believe it was Isolt. When the movie Tristan and Isolde came out, the first thing I thought was, damn, that is an ugly name for a heroine. I think that is so ugly. And this one, it ain't better. I think it's just a very ugly sounding name. The spelling is just funkified to me. It's just, it's a weird, I don't like it. I don't like the sound of it at all. This next one, you said that you thought was really way out there. I like this one. I like this so much that I might stick it on a favorite list. The sound of it is just awesome. And it's Kinnereth. I like this. I really, really, really do. I can't believe this is on your Guilty Pleasures list, because I think this is, like, really usable. I like, for my nicknames, Kinner. I think Kinner would be a really cute nickname. I do, however, think it sounds a little male, or masculine, but I think that's only because this kind of reminds me of Kenneth a little bit, so I think that's why. But I do like this. I like this name a lot. The next name is Lotus, and I don't think of the flower. A few years ago, someone told me of something called a lotus birth. And so whenever I hear lotus, I think of that. And if you want to know what that's all about, I'll tell you. I'm at like 17 minutes. I still have 2 names left. So, but if you want to know what a lotus birth is, just ask me. I'll tell you. It's different. It's definitely different. Not for everybody. The next one is Norma. I like that. I do like Norma. I like old lady names. This, I think, I'm not sure. I don't know. I think it would be better as a middle name, but I do like it. Oh my gosh, my thing. Alright, and this last one is Nyx. I like Nyx. It's very cool. However, I think it sounds very nicknamey. Very, very, very nicknamey. My mom used to babysit for a family who had a little girl named Nikita, and her nickname was Nixie. And sometimes they would call her Nyx. So this, I don't know. I think it's very nicknamey. I think it would be very cool. Here I go again on a dog. Again with the Greek names. But yeah, I think Nyx is too nicknamey. For me, it is. But I think it is very cool. So, at just about 20 minutes, so I'm gonna say goodbye. I'm sorry it took so long. I get going on a name and I just go with it, so yeah. I'm trying to keep them short though. I didn't do very good this time.